Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, doing this word in truth and sincerity, doing this work. And I want to title this lesson, "Don't Treat the Truth or Wisdom like some cheap floozy. She deserves all your attention." All right. And basically, this is just coming off of this dream I had. I had this weird dream. The first dream, it was just, it was a vexation, temptation, me doing stuff that I just really pisses me off. It's like, why would I do that? But after that, I had a dream where these same words just kept repeating. It was like, when thou come unto wisdom, is the things that it just kept being said. And as I was hearing these words, when thou come unto wisdom, I was seeing like a table being prepared. It was like I was preparing my plate. I was getting my plate ready, on this fancy table, and I was like setting it in place and just basically just getting ready to consume the meal that was being prepared by wisdom, and just like I was sitting at the plate, like waiting, like looking intently and just like adjusting my plate, just like, let me get it perfect. I'm gonna move my plate this way, or I'm gonna set it right here. When thou come unto wisdom, it was just showing me, what it represented to me was like, seriousness that needs to be taken, the attentiveness that needs to be given when you approach like these epistles, these online epistles, when you approach the scriptures, when you approach receiving the knowledge, because lately I've been finding myself kind of like side, let me see, how can I put this, kind of like listening to some of the lessons, like not in all cases, but some of the lessons. I will listen to them, and I'll kind of like have something open on the side and kind of like be scrolling, or like clicking on, maybe I may be playing a little game on the side while I'm listening, and I just feel like that was a lesson to me, to not treat this knowledge as some side piece, as some floozy, and to have more respect, not to be doing those things. I didn't intend them to be disrespectful, but in a way it kind of was. It's like the knowledge, this truth that we've been given by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua deserves our full attention. It needs to be that main squeeze. Everything else should be a side. It's like, let me do this later. Let me rather focus, because there are slight little subtle things that can be missed while you're doing something on the side, scrolling Facebook or playing a game. So, I just want to go into some of these scriptures, just kind of backing up how the importance of wisdom, and how she should be she's our first love. She's our first love. So let me go into this. Proverbs 9. I'll start at verse 1. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars, which, if I'm not mistaken, represents like the 7 churches. I didn't really go deep into that. Which 7 means completion. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She got her meat ready. She's got the wine ready. She's got her table prepared. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. For as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, Come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. See, this is that. It's like that table I was seeing in my dream. She has the table. Let me just come bring my plate, so I can get some of this bread and this meat, and get some of this wine. Let me get ready. Let me come eat this succulent meal that has been prepared. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. For this one. So let's move to the next one. So this is that scripture that the Zabak broke down falsely in the brother, the elder Manata Zakba's video that he was showing, where he was showing that the dude Manata Zakbai not my Salakia, where he was showing that the dude Zabak was breaking this scripture down completely wrong. Let me just. All right, so this is going to be Proverbs 5:15. Drink waters out of thine own cistern and running waters out of thine own well, which means attend to your own law, statutes, and commandments and ways and true doctrine, the ways of the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, according to the true doctrine. This is what you need to be drinking, okay? You're out of your own doctrine, not Islam, not drinking out of Ishmael's cistern, not drinking out of, Esau's cistern, his little mishmash of what he done set up for you to drink. No, drink of the true doctrine that belongs to you. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad and rivers of waters in the streets. And this is what the prophets are doing. Through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, they have been given the wisdom to disperse these rivers of living waters throughout the streets to the other Israelites, the Israelite foreigners and the true Israelites who know they are Israelites. And I don't mean like true like the other Israelite, like the Israelite foreigners and the Israelites who know they're Israelites, just to correct that statement. Let them be thine own and not strangers with thee. Like I was going into that other scripture, Tobit 13, So like, let me just get this precept. So like, it's not coming up that way. I'm just going to go here real quick. If it's not here, then I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just quote it if I can't find it. I know what it says. Basically, it says, "Blessed are we for the things that are pleasing unto the Most High are made known unto us." I don't think it's in this one. There's no. Yeah, Salakia. But yeah, blessed are we for the things that are pleasing unto the Most High have been made known unto us, and also we're not supposed to share this thing with these other nations. This is only for the children of Israel and the Israelite foreigners. That's why it says, "Let them be thine own, and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth." Now, the wife of thy youth is this wisdom. This wisdom and knowledge. This is the wife of our youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman? And just showing you this represents wisdom, because the brother brought this out. Where is that? Is it Isaiah 11? Trying to learn these locations a little better. Salakia. Check real quick. I have to look it up real quick. It'll be 18. All right, 18. Let's look it up. Yeah. Oh, 28. Okay. Isaiah 28. All right, Isaiah 28. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breasts. And being weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast is being just established in the basic understanding, and moving forth to the from the milk to the meat, being able to transition from the milk to the meat and the wine and the full meal. All right, so going back, let thy fountain be blessed. Proverbs 5:18. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times. You're supposed to always be ravished, and be thou ravished always with her love. We're supposed to always be ravished with the love of the scriptures, of this knowledge, of this wisdom. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger? And we've been seeing a lot of examples of that, starting with the brothers, the Dallas Brothers live camp about 2 weeks ago, where that the brother who was coined the young Wesley Snipes by the elder Ariala, when he came up talking about Islam, and then me and the brothers, like a couple days later, ended up having the dude come to our camp. When we asked him what nationality he was, I'm Arab. He had the whole spirit of an Arab on him, but he was clearly a Jake. I mean, the look on his face, his whole countenance was like the spirit of an Arab. He was ravished. He was ravished with that strange woman, to where he was calling himself after that nation proudly. And then then a week after that, we had another dude walk by. I'm a Islam. Walk up the street, brother. Don't be disrespectful. I'm Islam. Jake is ravished with these strange women, these other philosophies. Why would thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger? For the ways of man are before the eyes of Yahweh, and he pondereth all his goings. So let's just continue. All right, let's see. Do I want to go into this one yet? Yep. This is just to show you that these different philosophies represent these strange women. Let's just show you. In the worshiping of other gods represents being married unto these strange women. Malachi 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, saith Yahweh of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed and spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feasts, and one shall take you away with it. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant, Salakia, was with him of life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and was afraid before my name. So he gave him the covenant for the fear, that we had. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Most High of hosts. But ye are departed out of the way. This is getting to the point now. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. And if you look at the state of Levi now, you Haitians out there in Haiti, oh yeah, they at the bottom. Yeah, they at the bottom. Most High definitely did this to the Levites, man. The Levites, verse 10. Have we not all one Father? Hath not one power created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother by profaning the covenant of our fathers? Judah hath dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah hath profaned the holiness of the power which he loved, and hath married the daughter of a strange god. Look, watch this. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts. And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Most High with tears, weeping and crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering any more, or receive it with goodwill at your hand. Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord have been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, this knowledge, the faith, the true doctrine, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant. And did he not make one? Yet had he the residue of the spirit, and wherefore one, that he might seek a godly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth. For the Lord, the power of Israel, saith that he hateth putting away. For one covereth violence with his garment, saith Yahweh of hosts. Therefore, take heed to your spirit that ye deal not treacherously. You know? So the point is, all these different things, the covenant, was broken, the covenant of life and peace, you know? We profaned the covenant, we dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah had profaned the holiness of Yahweh, which he loved, and have married the daughter of a strange god, and that's marrying that daughter, and the wife of the youth is talking about the wisdom, So let's read this. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 11. Wisdom exalteth her children, and layeth hold of them that seek her. He that loveth her loveth life, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory, and wheresoever she entereth, the Lord will bless. They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her the Lord doth love. This is going into that wife of thy youth, the wisdom, man. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. This sounds like something you're ravished with, that you're giving all your time and your attention to, if you commit yourself unto her. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him, and give him over to his own ruin. Observe the opportunity, and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. For there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace. Hopefully this is edifying. I'm just trying to bring out some of these scriptures, just kind of show you, that this woman, wisdom is likened unto a comely woman, unto the wife of thy youth, that you should be ravished with. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, verse 7. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for the light that cometh from her never goeth out. All good things together came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands. And I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom goeth before them, and I knew not that she was the mother of them. I learned diligently, and do communicate her liberally. I do not hide her riches. For she is a treasure unto men that never faileth, which they that use become the friends of the Most High, being commended for the gifts that come from learning. The Most High granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom, and directeth the wise. Okay? For in his hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements. So this is, of course, Solomon, the things he knew. We don't know some of the, a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna kind of skip forward. Verse 21. And all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me. For in her is an understanding, spirit holy, one only, manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be letted, ready to do good, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath and the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. Salaki. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High, and the image of his goodness. And being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new, and in all ages entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets, For the Most High loved none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. So it would make sense that the Most High was angry when they forsook the wife of their youth. We're supposed to dwell with this woman like our wife, this wisdom. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars. Being compared with light, she is found before it. Meaning she's greater than light. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom. Let me look at this. Oh, this is something else. Proverbs 8 and verse 1. And this will probably be the last one, just to kind of keep it a little shorter. Proverbs 8 and 1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. And a good precept that the brothers always bring out. Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Proverbs 8 and 1. Does not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Verse 4, Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. And they tell us what? Speak not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, all tying together. Verse 7, For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instructions, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil. Pride and arrogancy and the evil way in the froward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign and princes decree justice. By me princes rule and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. The wife of our youth, man. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. There's a lot more. I'm gonna just skip forward. Verse 33, Proverbs 8 and 33. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, be always ravished with her breasts. You know, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahweh. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. You know? So yeah, man. I'm gonna just go back and touch on this one more time. Proverbs 5. And 15 again. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own wells. Out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of water in the streets. And we know this is talking about the words, you know. If wisdom crieth aloud, you know, the chief places of concourse, you know, at the opening of the gates in the city. Let them be thine own, and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. It's going all the way full circle back to this knowledge being the wife of thy youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. What does the last one say? Proverbs 8. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. Be always thou ravished. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. You know? Continue. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? You know? For the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. His own iniquity shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching Proverbs 8 and 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and all they that hate me loveth death. Proverbs 5 and 22. His own iniquity shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Proverbs 8 and 36. One more time. He that wrongeth against me, or sinneth against me, wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. The wife of thy youth is wisdom. And you know, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. I pray that this was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom.